Whether you want to be successful in life and live comfortably, there are 7 things that the poor spend their money on that Warren Buffett says are a waste. Potential ease of, in that case, you've found the ideal spot because I'm going to show you how to rein in wasteful spending and improve your financial management skills. Following in the footsteps of the world's greatest investor, Warren Buffett, I will reveal 7 ways in which the impoverished fritter away their money. If you want to know what the 7th item is, you'll have to wait until the very end. 1. Gambling. If you hope to raise your income and develop wealth, gambling will only bring you to bankruptcy, even though Warren Buffett says there's nothing wrong with playing occasionally. One thing to keep in mind is that if you play machines like slot machines, it's highly probable that your ambition will lead you to spend more and more, ultimately causing you to deplete your funds in an instant. Never forget that success is for the brave, not the mediocre, and that luck is for the mediocre. 2. Buying a house. Interestingly, the wealthy don't typically own their own homes, at least not when they're starting out. Instead, they opt to rent while they amass the assets needed to buy a house. This strategy helps them avoid the common pitfall of piling on debt, which can have a devastating effect on their economy. After all, putting all your eggs in one basket, your savings, assets, and potential debt, is risky, and owning a house won't bring in any money. Quite the opposite. Ultimately, the risk is just too great. The fact that Buffett owns a home doesn't imply that sharing a home with loved ones is inherently bad. Buying a house while being heavily indebted is a bad idea since it will eventually force you to file for bankruptcy. 3. Paying for a gym without commitment. According to statistics, over 61 million individuals were gym members in 2017. But surveys reveal that almost 70% of students with memberships stop using them after the first few months. Most gyms rely on people paying their dues and not showing up. People join gyms to improve their health, and physical fitness gyms offer a selection of equipment and many classes to choose from. Yet many people join a gym without being dedicated to exercising regularly. Having a gym membership doesn't make sense if you don't use it regularly. There are wiser free entertainment options. There are many low-cost and free options for fitness. Many individuals like outside exercises, such as walking, playing sports with friends, running, or trekking. Train your mind and be persistent until you can commit to an exercise regimen. 4. Luxury brands. We know that wealthy can buy whatever they want, but the poor buy unnecessary stuff, as stated earlier. Can purchase trendy garments, mansions, luxury cars, designer clothing, among other things. However, this doesn't mean they are spending their hard-earned money on material possessions from luxury brands. They can afford to acquire these things in whatever quantity they want, but occasionally you see them wearing simple $20 watches or using the same phone for many years. So it's not enough to simply avoid buying products you don't need. It's necessary to analyze if it's the best option. For example, you should consider if it's better to pay $200 for a simple luxury brand t-shirt, or if it's more convenient to pay $10 for a t-shirt of the same quality, but without the brand logo. Both can have the same quality, only the brand makes the difference. 5. Buying a new car. The purchase of a new vehicle is a poor investment choice for the upcoming generation's money because the vehicle begins to lose value the moment you drive it away from the dealership. By the end of the first year, its value will have dropped by 20 to 30%, and by the end of 5 years, it will have dropped by at least 60%. Most people take out loans to buy new cars, but that's basically just buying an asset that loses 30% of its value the moment you drive it off the lot. Luckily, there is a way to get a pristine vehicle without going into debt. Buy a used one that's been driven for 2 or 3 years. The car will be practically new, and you can get a 30% discount because of how little it has been used. 6. Watching TV and playing video games. It is worth noting that Warren Buffett found that middle-class and lower-class households are more likely to spend time in front of the TV or playing video games than wealthier households. Buffett explains that this is due, in part, to the fact that these households waste time and money on the newest TV packages. Additionally, they squander their time playing video games rather than engaging in more productive activities or acquiring new skills to increase their wealth. For instance, individuals from higher socioeconomic backgrounds tend to read more frequently than those from lower socioeconomic backgrounds who frequently indulge in streaming services like Netflix. 7. Extravagant vacations. Traveling is an important life achievement, but it can backfire if not planned properly. Many low-income people go into debt just to take a short vacation, and while it's true that the experience can be wonderful, the cost will be too high and they'll regret it. So to avoid financial ruin, think rationally and avoid acting emotionally when planning your dream trip. To have a fantastic vacation, you need to organize your finances properly and pick the correct time.